Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I have these questions on Reddit where this person is trying to create an employee profile. So where you know like what are the pages that I've read. So basically from my understanding, like he's probably looking for an onboarding process where every time you have a new joiners joining, right? So there are a set of task lists that they have to do. So it can be not new employees as well, you just want to provide trainings, right? So just a list of trainings and then kind of see what's the progress for the employee. So now that we can go to Notion. So in Notion I actually have two databases here. So one is the employee database, another one is the training database. So we can look at the employee database first. So first we have here is Thomas, 30 years old. The favorite food is chicken fried rice, Chinese fried rice. And then here you can kind of see the training progress. So this is where you kind of know like how many tasks has been completed. So if I click to Thomas, you can see these are the trainings that is available now. You can even see like there's like a completion date. So how it works is that it's actually based on the official start date. So for example, when I first joined, right, maybe I'll push it a little bit, maybe a bit later, maybe August 9th. You can see this completion date will be become overdue. So there's like a overdue sign here. So if it's past the due date, right, you just show it. So this is actually just based on his join dates. Of course, behind each of these tasks, we do have like a numerical system, just like the due date shows how many days after they join. So in this case, for company policies, after they join 5 days, it will be due. So they have to complete it by then. So here you can see there's a completed tab. So you kind of see like what has been completed, and that's it. So what's the magic for this? So the magic for this that I'm very excited is the new feature by Notion. So the database automation. So what it can do is that if you're not that familiar yet, so if I click on new automation, right? So essentially what you can do is that every time you add something or you change your status, you click the checkbox, you automatically do something for you. So in this case, our use case is that once you automatically assign a role for this person, you automatically assign tasks to them based on their roles. Or in our case, it's like a training materials or what are the things they need to do for onboarding process. So without further ado, let me just kind of show you how it kind of looks like. So if I click new, and then maybe just add a new employee here. Let me just add I prefer more aesthetic one, so female. Just put a female picture here. I'm not sure which one. I think this is a female. Yeah, okay. No, this is a guy actually. Maybe this one then. And then we just put the age, maybe 30, and then her role, probably maybe a manager. So depending on the role that you select, you can actually automatically create tasks for the users. So if I select manager, right? So what you see happen is that maybe her favorite food is mango, which is my favorite. And you can see it's actually automatically populating the task that needs to be done for this person. And then you can see I have sorted it based on their different roles. So this basic means all the employees that join the company, they have to go through this. And then for managers, they have special tasks that they need to do. Another thing is hidden here that shouldn't be hidden is the official start date. Let me just put it here. So if you put in the official start date, let's say the start date is 31st today. So you can see automatically populate the task overdue date that needed to be done. So you can see here we have September 4th, 5th, 12th, and then 4th. So yeah, this is kind of how you can actually assign tasks to users. And then once they click it, right, so you can see the progress is being updated one by one. So yeah, this is how you can track it. And then how it works is that if I go to Notion automation, right, you can see there's a different automation here. So for people that are quite new to this Notion automation, I think one word of advice when you set up automation is that it sometimes can be a bit scary, like especially when people like kind of change it. So for example, one thing is that if I kind of change the role, right, if I change it to sales, what would happen is that you automatically create a task again for the users. So you can see like, oh, you create another task again, even though I completed it. I can create another sales again, not manager. So it's a bit dangerous when you use it for public. So how you can avoid this, right, is that you can assign this to maybe your admin team only, maybe the HR team, right? So what I do is here, you can see 4 pages in. So you can see it's going to select like employees. Employees means select for the whole database. You can, in my case, I select for admin, and then for tables, like, so there are different ways you can select. For my case, admin. So what this means is that if I go to table here, right, if I select Christina again, so if I just change the role, oh, you're supposed to be a manager. So just click this. You will see that it won't add on new additional tasks. By right, it shouldn't, but I'm not sure why it's adding though. That's interesting. So maybe this kind of like a, I guess that once you're inside, it doesn't change, if I understand correct. But yeah, probably something that I want to erase it to Notion. But the idea is that I think if I change it here, it shouldn't end. but let's just test it out for now. So since things are quite new, still kind of playing around with different access. If I change this to cells right on the table here, let's see like whether they will have access to it. They should still have access to create it automatically. No, that's very weird. I don't think that should happen, right? So let me just kind of see. Manager role set to manager, pages to admin, any page in this view. Any page in this view. I'm not too sure how this works, but maybe pages create another view. Yeah, I'll kind of clarify like how this exactly works. But in this case, it seems like anything that you created in the admin page, you automatically applies the automation. Let's say like if I do this here, so I don't know, if I select the roles, right, I assume it won't automatically populate the task. It is still populating though. That's interesting. Yeah, I have to kind of test around why this exactly happened, but that shouldn't be the case. But regardless, we'll kind of skip this over. So the next thing we want to do is just explaining how it works, right? So basically I have here, I have a set of different roles for different automations. So one, I have all roles. So basically what this means is that, so once the role is updated, so means the status roles change. So you change it from like assign and manager, sales. Regardless, you assign a list of basic tasks. So company policy here, you can see I select the employee, the basic, and I even put the due dates, so like 5 days. And then here we have types basic, due dates 4. And yeah, and then here you can even put URL in case you want to link into another page, stuff like that. So that's how you can do it. And then another one is that I separate into more specific roles for managers, for sales. So depending on them, for example, manager, they have specific roles that tasks they need to do. So in this case, like manager, they will need to update the staff access, for example, and then select the manager and then select the due dates. So that's how you can do it. So I hope you find this video helpful. So as we're still kind of figuring out how we can use Notion automations for database. So kind of let me know if you find any interesting findings. So if you find this video helpful, just please help to like and subscribe. So that's it. Thank you.